All right, what's up, guys? Hey, we got a fun one for you here today. So this is a video where I'm going to break down how one of our agencies built a 5-figure agency with high profit margins, and he did it just with 2 ad templates. So a small collection of ads, and was able to build a really cool business out of it. So I'm going to break it down. We'll walk you through what he did, and I'm also going to give you the parts and pieces so you can replicate this and follow the same proven model that both, of course, he did, but others are doing as well. So let's go ahead and jump into it. How 2 proven ads built a 6-figure agency, the Quinn Nolan playbook for scaling success. The first thing I want to do here, let's make sure we got this working. Okay, the first thing I want to do here is just introduce the big idea to you guys. That way you understand the concept. Now, these 3 ads here, I want you guys to just take a look at these and understand. This is coming from me to you. I built an agency that used ads just like these. In fact, these exact ads. And I was able to get tons of leads every day. In fact, I put in here, and let's zoom in on it. I put in here a screenshot of what my inbox would look like on any given day from what these ads were producing. Why is this important? I want to start here because I want you guys to understand that there are outcomes that your customers are wanting right now, that if you provide that to them, you will get the same results. It's not complicated. We overcomplicate things, which is, not just you guys. Let's understand why that's happening first. Okay, so most agencies, now I'm talking to you right now specifically if you are in the, let's say, pre-10 clients arena. And if you're not, by the way, if you're like 10 plus clients, this also applies to you because in order to scale to 100 plus clients like I did, you're going to need simplicity. So hang around. I'll show you how that's going to work for you. But I wanted to bring this up, not to call out any bad behavior or anything like that, but just to understand where the source of a lot of these problems are coming from, which is this. So on the left side, we see started SaaS now for about 7 months, still finding it difficult getting my first clients. I have great experience in marketing to every tool on GHL. Okay, that's a big one. Wish we could work with anyone on these platforms to hit it back up to get what's the best way to get clients. Okay, so that's the kind of things that are happening now. Conversely, you have high level, which they're developing a tool that's very robust, right? And here's proof. High level just dropped more than 200 features. With that many features, most agencies are spending all of their time trying to learn all of the features so they can then use and promote that software to their customers. And this right now is the source of all of this pain and all of this complexity. And this is why people are sticking around for 7 months just trying to get their first clients. All right, so I want to just identify right here, first off, this is the source of all the complexity, okay? Now, what is the source of all the complexity and confusion? Answer, agencies focus on a wide variety of features, hoping someone will be impressed as they are with their product. All right, Seth Godin said, don't find customers for your products. Find products for your customer, all right? This approach leads to wasted time and frustrated clients. You guys, I got to tell you right here, if I could just pause and imprint one thought that would help you leave this agency confusion, it would be this. You right now are trying to create an audience for a product that you came up with. That's the reverse. You have to find the audience first and then create the solution that they need with all these 200 features. Luckily, with what I'm going to show you here today, this model, we're going to be able to do it with way less than 200 features. All right, next. So we're going to jump now into Quinn Nolan's case study and how he built his 6-figure agency with just 4 ads. He started with 2 and he grew it up to, actually, I think it's 5. So that's a misprint. So Quinn Nolan is the definition of work smarter, not harder. With just 2 ads, he built his 6-figure agency, proving that you don't need a massive marketing team or endless creative cycles to succeed. Here's how he did it. So this is actually a video on our YouTube channel, and I'll link that in the description below. So if you want to go check out that entire interview, you can check that out. But I'm going to break down for you right now the core parts of where he started and then where he went and how he did it. So he started out his agency like many of us do, like many of you guys do, basically going through and start serving a variety of different customers. Okay, who's the best fit for him? You know, what's the best way to get them results? Yada yada yada. He did home services, right? He did health and wellness. He did real estate wholesalers, and he did professional services. So he went through and he started just throwing stuff against the wall to see what would fit. Okay. And in the interview, he walks us through this process and how long, and really, I think it took him the better part of a year to kind of sift and sort through the different campaigns and find, and figure out, hey, really, when I work with these guys right here, with these real estate wholesalers, they're easier customers to work with, they're more fun to work with, and their outcomes are pretty damn good. So he basically went away from all that complexity of dealing with all those people and spinning all those plates. And he decided, hey, you know what? I've got 2 ads right now that are producing for this one client. What if I went out and found another client just like this? And that's what he did. And then he did that again. And then he did that again. Okay. And within months, he doubled his client base and hit 6 figures. His strategy was simple but effective: create once, refine, and then scale. So let's walk through this, how his agency really worked in steps. By the way, we have thousands of agencies that have used UpHex. And the one thing I can tell you that all of the most successful agencies are doing is this right here. Successful agencies focus on a specific niche. They identify a pressing need and develop a clear solution that addresses that need directly. This is where the power of a small proven ad library comes in. So we focus on a niche, okay? We find a narrow customer type who wants a very clear outcome. Now, if for no other reason, you should choose a niche, because if you start there, the process that follows, so all of your operations, all of your customer service, all of your results, all of that will be a lot more clear and simple. If you're trying to solve problems for dentists and real estate agents and loan originators and, fill in the blank, if you're trying to solve all of these problems, because the behavior and nature of their business is different and dynamic, you are going to be chasing so many problems and so much complexity that first of all, you'll hate your business. You will hate your life. It doesn't standardize and it doesn't scale. So step number 1, find a niche that you can create an outcome for. And then address the specific need. Okay, understand the key outcome your clients desire and offer a clear way to get that. Now, how do you identify the key outcome? This is the really challenging part. People are like, okay, and this is where people start throwing their products against the digital wall and seeing what will stick. What is the best way to find out what outcome they want? It's actually really silly and really stupid. When I tell you, you're going to be like, okay, that makes sense. Just ask them. Call them up on the phone. Say, hey, can I ask you a couple questions? We've even had people in our mastermind pay their customers for their time. I tell you what, it's a lot easier to spend $1,000 talking to 10 different people than it is to spend $1,000 on ads getting nothing because your offer sucks. You literally call them up, you ask them, hey, can I talk to you about marketing? I'll pay you $100 for an hour of your time. I really just want to get deeper insights into what niche want from their customer acquisition strategies. What kind of things do you guys deal with? What are the current solutions that you have but you don't necessarily love? All right, so address a specific need. And then provide a proven solution. Now, for UpHex, this channel is all about paid advertising. Why? Well, there is really only one, well, I guess there's more than one today, but there's really a very proven method on how to get a consistent flood of new sales. You can get partners. So you can say, hey, my affiliates and people like that, hey, send me traffic, send me people. Okay. And if you do that right, you can get a lot of new sales all the time. But most local businesses don't have that luxury. And so the best way to get new customers, which if you can get new customers, people will always pay you. The best way to get new customers is with paid ads. You can force your message and your offers into any local market. And it's the only way you can do that. So that's why we lead with paid ads. Now, in this case, what we want to do is we want to do that same model, but we want to do it in a way to where we're just narrowing our focus. So you're not having to build a huge library of ads, just a small, proven and predictable performing library of ads tailored to the client's needs that can generate results. So that's what he did. Okay. Now, why does this work? It's all about standardizing the parts. Let's say you have, like Quinn did, let's say you got 5 templates. Today, Quinn has 5 templates. If something's not working in one of the 5 templates, how hard is it for you to address that product, because the ads are your product, to address them and fix them? Well, there's only 5 of them. And chances are all 5 are not going to be having issues at the same time. So you take the one, it's like, hey, the conversion rate on this has dropped, and you fix that. Okay, that's all you got to do. It's really simple to do. So once you can standardize things, that means you can duplicate them. If you can duplicate it, that means you can what? It means you can automate it. If you can automate it, you can go sit on the beach and have a really awesome business because it's running even when you aren't laboring over all the work. So that's why this model is really attractive. So let's look at the simplicity that drives this idea. So the power of a small library of proven ads. My agency, when we created UpHex, we only had a dozen ads. In fact, there were 3 ad templates, but they were duplicated to be 12. Okay, and just for different types of delivery, like video, and then different type of still images, but they were the same ads effectively. And with that, we were able to get over 100 customers just with that small library of ads, right? And Quinn has done the same thing, and so have others. So the point is we want to just maintain simplicity because that drives scalability. Or in other words, my agency went from 20 to over 120 customers in 2.5 months. Pretty cool. There's no way I ever could have done that if I was manually creating new ad campaigns every single time. There's no way. Trust me, by the point where we started offering that model, we'd already been in the business 4 years and I could never handle more than 25 customers. Couldn't. This model allowed us to standardize delivery, standardize everything, operations, fulfillment, customer service, everything. And we were over 100 customers and it was rad. The whole idea, this is what if I were to imprint one idea on you, Mr. or Mrs. Agency owner, your product should be something you can create once and then sell over and over and over again. People who create websites, people who offer blogging services, people who do video editing, whatever that process is, those services start from ground zero every single time. That means there's a lot of manual labor, there's a lot of customization, there's a lot of different inputs, thus a lot of time, and you don't want your time connected to your money. You want what you produce, your products, to be connected to your money. If you sell 10 of them, great, you make 10 times whatever you're selling them for. If you sell 100 of them, great, you make that. All you have to do is sell more of it. You don't have to hire a huge team. So create it once, sell it 1,000 times. Let's give a couple of examples here. So how this might work in the real world. Let's say you're an agency and you serve dental practices. I've gone ahead and dumped in an ad for dental bridges, right? A campaign that effectively brings in patients seeking full bridge work for one dentist can be replicated for any other dentist nationwide who desires the same result. So it's kind of like the idea of franchising, if you think about it. In fact, direct response copywriters, the guys that started this whole offer creation and advertising that made money, that's called direct response marketing. They would create one piece of advertising for a local insurance agent. And then what they called it, we would franchise that same offer in creative in all of the offers around the United States. So they would go to the next insurance person and the next insurance person and the next insurance person and say, hey, run this ad locally and we'll give you this territory. This is your territory. You're the only one that gets this. And they'd be like, sweet. In this case, they were sending out direct mail, like postcards and letters. They would run those every quarter, make sales, and the advertiser, the marketer, would get paid every time that they did that. And that's what you want to do. Create it once and sell it 1,000 times. So this is a good example. Real estate agents, an ad that attracts first-time home buyers. Let's say you narrow down and you say, hey, first-time home buyers, that's a niche I can get into. First-time home buyers with government financing who speak Spanish. That was actually my niche for several years. And I was able to blow up my own business because I narrowly focused down on that customer avatar. And man, ads in that are pretty easy. But conversely, let's say you're helping all real estate agents. Well, there's real estate agents that work with buyers. There's real estate agents who work with sellers. There's real estate agents who specialize in 1031 exchange. There's all these different things. They're going to see your proposition, your value proposition as very not good, as not valuable, right? Because you don't have any specificity. And specificity is what sells. Fitness studio, campaign offering a free introductory class that can be used for different gyms, each aiming to attract new members into your local area. So you would have like a good proven ad for some type of gym or fitness studio. This happens all over the place. This is how Alex Hormozi built Gym Launch, and everything that he did was with one proven offer, just scaled over and over and over. Now, let's move on here. Because this is the point in time where we're thinking, okay, well, cool. How do I do this? What's the point of doing this? Well, first off, when you build this, you're going to get clients a lot easier because your outcomes will be proven and they'll be simple to understand. You'll have higher client satisfaction because whenever you sell them so many features, that's a lot of point of failures. It's a lot of points of customer service. That's a lot of reasons for them to get rid of you, right? And then predictable growth. You'll have predictable growth because the one thing that you really need in order to grow your agency is a proven offer. That's the thing that's keeping you from growing right now. You get this, you got the proven offer, bada bing, bada boom. All right, so how can you follow Quinn's model? First off, I want you to imagine having a small library of ads that you can start using today. Right now, today. Well, UpHex, we have pre-built and proven ad campaigns. We have over 1,000 of them that you can tap into, and you can create your own small library of ads right now. You could click right now and do it. That's how easy it is to do. Okay. In fact, I've done trainings where people have gone on and launched a campaign while we were doing the Q&A. It's that easy. So with UpHex, you got our library of proven ads on day one, so you can have your own small library of ads. So, and are they any good? Because that's really the question. Look at what these people are saying. Michael said, Samuel, yes, Jacob, he's my partner. It's been amazing. All the templates that we've been able to use so far have performed very well. Brad, what's this guy saying? Hi, Sam. Yes, I'm extremely interested in UpHex. I usually stay with white websites and SaaS, but I tried Facebook ads during the trial and was very impressed. Not only was it simple to start advertising, the template ads from UpHex started to get results. I mean, he says, I have no idea social media marketing, but UpHex made it easy. All right. Rick James, I've sold $15,000 a month in recurring revenue in the past week so far. And then Jess Cotter had to one-up him. Jess one-upped him. She's actually got a case study on here too. We could possibly beat that, added UpHex in to a agency that we invested in and have done $90,000 worth of sales in the last 60 days. So I want to make this easy, you guys. Go to uphex.com, get a 14-day free trial. People are winning with it, all right? The model, the things, the actual inputs, the products that you need to go out and have an agency that is focused and that can deliver an outcome, they're sitting there. They're already waiting, right? You got Andy who was able to add in. Now, Andy has a really unique model. He's a pretty skilled sales guy. He added this to an existing SaaS that he had through High Level, and he converted those people into a year-long agreement. And he tested it out in one day, and he did $36,000, well, right around $36,000 in annual recurring revenue just by doing that. Brad Parnell's been in the space for a long time. He's like, hey man, just launched 3 clicks from Disneyland. He's running ads from Disneyland. That's how easy we make it. And then there's Rick again. And then there's Trevor. Trevor, 250 clients in 8 months. He built a massive agency. Now, I'm not saying you're going to build a massive agency like Trevor here. Or I'm not going to say you're going to do any of this, right? If you do nothing with the information we give you, with the information that's supplied to you on this channel, then you're going to get nothing. But I am saying that once a model is proven, it makes it so all you have to do is follow the blueprint. So if you want the blueprint, the first step is going and starting your trial, getting your library, and then start asking your customers if they would like to get more customers. If you do that, then that's a pretty cool offer that anybody can latch on to and you can make money with. So thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.